Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo, oh! That's right, you better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down, he goes with it. Adebayo for the win!
Yep. Welcome to the fucking post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined by my man, Jonathan Rumlicon, pulling double duty as the host and the panelist. Appreciate you, my boy. And, of course, you see my brothers from down under, straight from the bottom, the Kings, Kendall and Threat.
Oi, mate.
Hey. Bro, okay, so we lost 111-110 to the Hawks. I thought it was going to be a sweep. Most people said Heat in 5. Can't be Heat in 5 if you don't lose one. But we got to talk about this one. Because this is disappointing, man. You know what I mean? We were down at halftime. We thought we put them away when we went on that long-ass run in the third quarter. And then they made them a run. And then the game got close late. And we just saw some of the same issues that we saw during the regular season come back to bite us a little bit in this. Well, not a little bit, but it actually cost us a game today. But Rumlicon, we're going to start with you today, bro. Tell me your thoughts on this game.
I mean, you expected the Hawks to come out with a little more energy, a little more bang for them, and so they did, right? They weren't really hitting the shot in the first quarter, but that second quarter for them was very good. Jimmy Butler, offensively for the Heat, first quarter was Jimmy Butler's, second quarter was Tyler Hero's, but outside of that, there really wasn't much else coming from the Heat offensively. Third quarter, we went on that 20-0 run, and that's like you said, when we went on that run, that was when I thought the Heat actually put this game away. Like, we were starting to make them kind of, you read their body language, they started to look negative, they started to kind of doubt themselves. And when you're down 20 and you're looking at 0-3 in the face, it's pretty hard to kind of respond, but the Hawks responded. And Bogdanovic, man, again in the fourth quarter went absolutely nuclear. He was, hitting everything. And we got to kind of talk about what happened in that fourth quarter offensively too, because we got away from what got us the lead. We got away from the ball movement. We got away from taking good shots. And instead we saw Jimmy fadeaway threes multiple times. And look, he's going to hit one every now and then. And, I'm happy for him when he hits one, but I don't want to see him taking that shot consistently all the time. And especially when it comes to that, last possession, you have four seconds left. Get him on a pin down, get him on a post up one-on-one, and let him take a little mid-range jumper instead of a fadeaway three. I will 100% time take him taking just a mid-range fadeaway or a little step back over a fadeaway three. So I'm not sure why they don't put him a little bit more in the post and just let him work, even if it's a tough shot, if it's a fadeaway shot, right? But it was a tough game. I knew that I wasn't going in expecting too much because I knew Atlanta was going to come out hot. They were able to get the win tonight, and I'm going to be in Atlanta game 4, so hopefully I don't curse them.
No, for sure. But I think you make a point about this late game offense in terms of like the different things that we could have done in that situation, because we were only down 1 point. We didn't need a 3-pointer. And so Jimmy getting fouled or getting Jimmy going towards the rim would have been ideal in a situation like that. But instead, we settled for a fadeaway 3. Thank you, James Todd, for the $10 dono. He said, we shouldn't have lost this game. Please explain those last 2 possessions where it ended with Jimmy ISO shots. Where have I seen that before? We know exactly where you've seen it before. Because we talked about it before. But before we get to those individual situations, I'm going to throw it to my boy, Kendall. Kendall, give me your thoughts on tonight's game, my boy.
Everything looked good, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like what Ramakan said, that they came out with, more energy, this and that. They had a little crowd in there. Yeah, they did. But at the same time, like, I wasn't too surprised with anything that we were seeing through the first half. Like, okay, they hit us. And then, come third quarter, it looked like we took over. It was just like going to be one of them games where we put it away. And we seen them same problems that we seen in the regular season. And it was just like, this one was a slow one. It slowly happened. Like, we were kind of going bucket for bucket with them, but we weren't getting stops. So it's like, I guess they got in a rhythm. And then it's like, our offense can get stagnant at times. And once it got stagnant, it got ugly. I think Tyler played well. I like what I saw from Bam in the beginning of the game. Late, like, he just wasn't involved in the offense. Is weird. And then, that last play, man, it's like Kobe. Like Kobe, like when you in chemistry class and bored
that
and
little
shit, and
balled
you
up
just
piece of
want to get
paper?
one off. You just want to get one off, so you just get up in the middle of class, walk to that corner, and just let that bitch fly. Kobe.
And then you miss.
You
And
miss
then
it
look bad in
short, and
front
then
of
you
the
just look
class.
around to see if anybody paying attention, you know, and the whole world was watching there, you know. That shit is frustrating. Because it's just like, and even before that, he just holds the ball and he just settles, and I just don't understand it. Like, you are a bully, like, and we were down 1 at that point. So I'm like, bro, why are you running to the 3-point line? You hit your quota for the day, for the quarter. Like, you made one already. Like, and then it's just like, you see the double team. He made a great pass to PJ in the corner. So it's really frustrating. Like, does he want to be the hero that bad? It's like, I don't want to get on him too much because he's been playing so well. But just in that situation, is like he definitely settled. Jimmy settled. And it's very disappointing that they lost this game because, I mean, it was supposed to be heat and foe. And I saw Ricky talking about game 4 as a must win. It ain't, but
It's not.
It's not, but I get what you're saying, I guess. But yeah, pretty disappointing in the outcome. And yeah, so the boys better be ready Sunday.
Yeah, I think somebody made the point last game that you kind of wanted to match Philly's rest because Philly looked like they're about to sweep Toronto, and you going into that series to play them. But let's focus on tonight. Thank you, somebody, for the $5 dono. He said, end of the game, dumb Butler offense as usual. Got to give Victor Oladipo some minutes, especially with no Lowry. Gabe can't go off like Vic can. That's another topic that I want to talk to. Like, I don't think Oladipo is the answer right now, but Gabe did kind of let us down a little bit when Kyle Lowry went out, not being able to hold on to the ball. He was terrible shooting the ball all night. Thank you, Roshan Robinson, for the $2 dono. He said last play, both PJ and Bam were wide open. Of course.
Yes. PJ was open in the corner right off the rip.
Right, and he had just made a clutch 3-pointer
Exactly.
a little bit early in the game. We got another dono somewhere down there. Thank you, Carlos Lopez, for the $10 dono. He said this team isn't even creative with how they lose. It's always the late game execution. Always. It's getting extremely tiring. How did we play the whole fourth quarter without a PG? Garbage loss. Because Kyle Lowry was hurt and Gabe Vincent was not playing good. We could not have him on the floor. He was an absolute negative on the floor for us for the majority of his he played 18 minutes. Yeah, for a big part of that, he was not good at all tonight. Bro, what? Makagi leaves? I don't know what the fuck that is. Thank you, bro, for the $5 donor. Huh?
Magic
leaves.
Yeah.
Bro, why do people take a shot every time Bam takes a jab? That's not how you spell magic, bro. Take a shot every time Bam takes a jab step. Jimmy is great, but trust someone else to take that last shot from 3 when you only need 2. No, for sure. Like, Bam, we got to talk about Bam. Like, that shit is a conversation. But I want to get threaded here, but when the money flowing, you got to wait, big dog. Leo the Lion, thank you for the $4.99.
Hey, y'all keep sending them donos. I won't even talk, baby.
I don't care. Bam's inability to score is a problem. 13 points on John Collins. Come on, man. Boy was pump faking them boys to death. Hey, and they knew he wasn't going to shoot. Oh, somebody told me Magic leaves. I don't care, bro. Heather Klein, thank you for the $4.99 dono. She said Gabe played 18 damn minutes and had 3 points and 3 turnovers. Shaking my head. What the fuck? With Caleb on the bench. Caleb only played 1 minute tonight. And I don't know why he threw him in there for that. Was that the last dono, Ramakan?
I believe so.
All right. Before
we got one more, actually. Sorry.
Oh, damn. Boy, I was about to try and get it in there. Thank you, Carlos Garcia, for the $1.99 dono. He said, we won't beat Philly with Bam playing like this. Absolutely not. Threat. I think they done gave us enough money. We done wasted enough time. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's game, my boy.
Listen, at the end of the day, man, it's still Heat and 5, regardless. I'm not stressing this game, mainly because this is an easy series for us. Yeah, they're gonna get one. I expected Heat and 5 regardless, and I'm sure majority of you picked Heat and 5. I know a lot of y'all going crazy in the comments right now. I know a lot of y'all are spazzing, and I get it, yeah, but dog, we not really stressing the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're up in arms about what's going on with this Hawks series, then I don't know what to tell you, bro, because it's just playoff basketball. A lot what we seen tonight was a game of runs. There were some concerns, but we've seen these concerns all season. So if you're just acting surprised about the concerns today, then I don't know what to tell you. It's the same exact concerns that we've seen all year, to be honest with you. So I mean, it is what it is. Just finish the series up. Let's see what we could get out of Kyle Lowry in regards to the news, and we'll see how we shake back. My boy Gad in the building, man. Y'all make some noise for my dog, man.
Yo, he in the real building too. Gad, we're a little bit scared for your life out there. We know it's dangerous in them Atlanta streets out there. Well, my boy Gad, come join us live from the arena. You on mute? Unmute yourself and let us know, bro. What was it like being in there, that atmosphere? I know it was crazy, but yeah, change your mic.
All of a sudden, I cannot hear it. There we go. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're talking through your headphones. Talk through your mic.
Give me 1 second. Give me one second. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so now can you hear me?
Much better.
All right,
much
so
better.
let it be known, as I'm walking to the bathroom, like, granted, the bathroom that I was going to is right outside the station, so you know it's going to be popping, right? Like, you know it's going to be going crazy. The amount of people that just yelled ATL ho in my face is actually absurd. Like, I had to go through a fucking wave of ATL ho just to take a damn piss in this arena. So they're really having fun right now. It was a crazy atmosphere. Like, you just knew it. They were waiting for a moment to cheer, and then that 21-0 run or 20-0 run, whatever it was, silent. Could hear a pin drop in the building. But then they started. Kyle Lowry got hurt. Gabe Vincent didn't hold his end of the bargain, and Bogdanović got hot, started matching shots. And it was a good game, man. Like, it was really fun. Credit to the Hawks. Trae Young made that play down the end of the game. I think my biggest issue was you saw the end game offense for the last 2 minutes of the game was Jimmy Butler jump shots. That can't happen. That can't happen. And I know we can talk about a bunch of other things. The role players, some weren't great. Bam kind of was non-existent at moments in this game. But come on now. 3 jump shots at the end of the game. We're lucky Jimmy hit one of those. And then we did back-to-back jump shots again. Like, it was frustrating to watch. They kind of imploded on themselves at the end. But credit to Atlanta. They showed up. The role players showed up. And now it's a series. Like, I understand. I don't want to overreact. Like, I think that this is still going to be Heat in 5, maybe 6 if they get some good shooting variants. But, like, they are most likely getting Capella back in the next few games. And we don't know what the status is with Kyle Lowry. Like, there is going to be some better games played, in my opinion. But we closed the last game. We didn't close this one. That's really what it is.
No, so one of my biggest concerns from tonight's game in particular was the way that Bam Adebayo has been playing throughout the course of this series. And so tonight was just kind of highlighted. You know, he had 2 bad games. We were looking kind of turning to this game for him to be one of the ones to step up. And that just did not happen on the offensive end. We lost Gad, but that's because he in Atlanta with their weak-ass offense. Fuck you, boy. Want to thank Jason Adeboale for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, hot take. If Bam keeps being a non-factor, we need Depot more than we need Gabe because we just need more scoring. That's an interesting concept. But let's talk about Bam in particular. Jonathan Rumlicon, we're going to go to you, bro. Bam was just not good. Oh, thank you, Tens, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, we deserve all the fraud stuff. Up 16 in the fourth, and we lose it like it's nothing. Bam is playing soft as fuck. I have no idea why he gets like this. Go Heat. Yeah, but don't call us frauds and then say go Heat. Like, shut. We're not fucking frauds. It's just we have issues that we talked about for a big part of the season that came back to bite us in the ass today. Late game offense was a big one. Jimmy Butler taking jump shots. Gad alluded to it. But Ramacon, we're talking about Bam right now. Bam has not been good this series on offense, bro. Why is that? Especially when he has like what we deem to be food in front of him in John Collins.
They're just not taking the initiative and making it the force or a factor to put him as a focus on the offense, right? There's times where he'll have players on a seal and he'll have a mismatch and they won't find him. And, you know, I'm not going to give him too much credit because sometimes he'll have it and then, like somebody said, he'll pump fake us to death. But sometimes he will get those mismatches and he won't, or the Heat team won't actually try to look for him to get those shots down low. We saw early tonight, he had a mismatch, I think, with Herter on him and then with Gallo on him, hit a little post hook. You know, he has the ability to do those things, especially if you get a mismatch drawn on you, which the Heat seem to do a good job of forcing. So that's one thing that happened. But the second thing is just that he's not commanding the ball in an offensive threat, like an emotion that's threatening to score. Like everything he does offensively is threatening to pass and threatening to make a play or threatening to dribble handoff. Like he's never threatening to score. And that's just something that he has to change stance-wise. Like he has to initiate his stance from a scoring perspective first and then a playmaking perspective second. But first, now his priority seems to always be playmaking first, and he doesn't have that scoring edge in him just yet. Like we've talked about for the last couple seasons. And you know, we don't know when he's going to get that or if he's going to get that, but it's going to be important if we especially want to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals if we want to make it up there, he's going to have to be a key factor because we can't just be a one-man offense with Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero taking turns. It's more like two half-guy offense because they'll take turns doing it. We'll see Jimmy Butler have more than a full game, more than, like game 2. But as far as Bam's concerned, I think he just needs to kind of, get the shots going. Like, he's not putting up any shots. I think they need to kind of force him the ball a little bit more, get him some pick and rolls, just let him take those little floaters. Like early last season, like those 5 to 10 feet floaters, he was hitting money over and over again. That shot's disappeared. Like, I don't know where the fuck that shot's gone, but that floater has been gone. And yeah, he just needs to take more of them, and he's not doing it.
Yeah, he's been a bitch. Thank you, IB fan 23 for the $4.99. Don't know, have no idea what you wanted to say. I can't read your thoughts. Make sure you say
Boy said
something.
no, he was see that was Bam in the fourth quarter, like word for word, bar for bar. Stole his whole flow.
Thank you, J2 Live, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said, "Is Spo ever going to drop a last possession play?" I think he draws on up, and then Jimmy says, "Fuck it" after it. Threat, you look like you wanted to jump in and say something, bro.
Oh yeah, damn. It's so many talking points, dog, but we're gonna talk about Bam right now. When are we gonna stop doing the baby shit, dog? Can we stop babying Bam, dog? It's not his first or second year in the league. It's not his first or second year in the league anymore. Stop with the excuses, bro. Like, he has opportunities to score. He sees the mismatch himself. Yeah, we can get him some easier looks inside the post. Yes, of course. But there's times that he has the ball or we feed him in the post. I don't know what's been happening in this series, but he just loses the ball right there when he gets the dish right there. He gets the ball at the top of the post. You see other stars, the Embiids and Jokic's of the world. They get the ball and they go to work from the top right there. Bam doesn't go to work at all. Like, he's looking to pass off rip. At some point, we're just gonna have to realize offensively he's not probably gonna take that leap, but it shouldn't be necessarily on him. We should have better supporting cast who are a better 1 and a 2 option so that we don't have to be so heavily reliant on Bam's offensive production when he's working his ass off on defense, bro. So, it is
on Bam.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like one thing that stands out to me is, like, it doesn't matter if it's John Collins and Onyeka Okongwu or whoever was guarding him, and this has been a thing throughout the season. When he drives to his left, I wonder what the percentage is of it ending in a turnover or a blocked shot, because it is not effective at all. Like, he can't go to his left, so he's really, when he's driving, only going to his right, and that's going to limit him because he really doesn't know how to body people. So if they know where he's gonna go, like, it's getting really easy to defend, and we needed him to add that counter of, like, add the mid-range or get the mid-range back that you had a few years ago. Has not done that, and the Hawks are to it. They were completely comfortable sending him to his left, and that's going to be an issue. Like, Clint Capella might come back at some point. You need to be able to score in the paint, and we're already avoiding the paint now. You need to be able to score in the paint. If not, it's going to be like it is tonight, just too many threes, and it just whatever your three-point percentage is going to end up being your chances of winning the game.
That's a tough realization to come to, considering that we were talking about sweeping his team. Thank you, Carlos Garcia, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, we just have to be honest, though. He simply doesn't have the offensive skills to take over. I think that's the point that Threat was kind of getting at. Like, at this point, like, we should stop trying to think of Bam as a player without ceiling and then look at what the ceiling is. Thank you, Daniel Rutledge, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Bam needs to work out with Chris Bosh this summer. Bam can do several things, but if he's not willing to take the shots that he learns in the summer, then it's like not worth anything. Thank you, Brett, the movie guy, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said, can't believe we lost to a lollipop with hair. Neither can I, my boy. Neither can I. Thank you, Ralph Torres, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Hero can't run the PT period Depot over Robinson minutes.
Point.
Oh, Depot can't run
point.
Bro, why do y'all abbreviate comments when y'all know I'm trying to read?
I think because it's like a character.
He only
limit.
got $1.99, my brother.
They being cheap on the that character limit, boy. Don't be trying to cut corners, man.
Hey,
Come
listen,
on, now.
they trying to put too much on me. Hey,
Kitchen ass.
hey, Kendall, jump in on this Bam conversation. Where do you fall on it? Like, bro, should it be like we should expect more from, what is this? All we know right now is that it's a hamstring. Fuck. I do not know the severity of it. We will find out more tomorrow. Spo on Lowry's leg injury. That is not encouraging at all, especially considering the way Gabe played tonight. But I want to wrap up this conversation on Bam before we get to that. So, Kendall, I want to let you get your shit off, bro. Like, where do you fall on it? Is it we should stop looking at Bam to be a bigger offensive threat, or is it like should we just continue to pounce on his ass until he realizes the potential that we all see?
Can you mute the mic, guys? It's kind of loud. First and foremost, we gotta just accept. I mean, it's kind of a trend with these Kentucky bigs. If we keeping it a beam, like AD, Cat, Bam, they just don't really got that. You know, they ain't got that dog in them when it comes to like offensively and like. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think, you know, it has to do a lot with how he's played basketball for so long. And also what Threat said, like the supporting cast around him, like Bam is a screen servant. Like it bothers me to fucking death, like to see him like with the ball, but like dribbling it to give it to someone else, like above the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? I hate when Bam's above the 3-point line. And I get it. Sometimes, you know, they switched up with the dribble handoff with Duncan. They cut it off a little bit by taking him out of the starting lineup. But now you put a guy like Max Strus in. So when he come off a Bam screen, Max looking to shoot that shit. If Bam roll, he is not getting it. Jimmy too. I don't know. Their 2-man game, man. I've harped on it for a long time. It's terrible. I don't know how Jimmy can find Dedmon on looks. I don't know if he just does not trust like the angles or what it is with Bam, but that man just when Bam rolls, he just doesn't look for him. And I also think like a lot of people said, oh, he needs to work with Chris Bosh. You know, like I don't think he's not going to be a jump shooter. Like I don't think it's there. Like people want to call him no ceilings, this and this and that, but the ceiling's there. You know what I'm saying? He's a 19 to 21 point per game scorer. Like if he's next to someone more dynamic in the starting lineup, and I think y'all just got to accept that. Like that doesn't change the fact about his contract. Don't try to put the Duncan shit on him because Bam can do a whole bunch more shit. Like let's not play him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a max player. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. Like if he's a 20 and 10 guy, like the man is 19 and 11 and like 3 assists, you know what I'm saying, right now. So it's like if he's a 20 and 10 guy, like that's cool. Like 20, 10 and 3 assists, like no one's gonna complain about that for a guy who was taking late lottery. And I also think in terms of Bam, like I do think we kind of play slow. Like we got 3 like ancient fossils on the court, and I think Jimmy is one of those. And PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry as well. Kyle kind of pushes the pace, but at the same time, like he doesn't really push the pace. Like he pushes pace, but I don't feel like teams really feel that pressure because they know like Kyle finna get 85% down the court and then turn and buck and then pass it out. So it's like I think he would excel more as a scorer, like in a faster up-tempo game, but you know, that's just not the way we can play. So I don't think we're gonna see it. And I just think people gotta accept the fact, at least for right now, like unless there's some changes, which I don't, want to get too much into, like we're not gonna see Bam taking this leap. Like, yeah, he might have a night where just because he's an NBA player, anybody can tee up and like jumper be wet. But I don't think we're gonna see too much of that. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When your two best players can't play good together, like
I just wanted to add to what you were saying real quick and just say I do really think this is the ceiling or close to it, because what we harped on all off season was if we get Bam a true point guard, he'll be unlocked. So
we don't even see that now.
Yeah, we don't even see that. I mean, at the end of the day, Kyle Lowry finished top 10 in assists. We got him kind of a real PG, and it still hasn't unlocked him. The next level to unlock Bam, and I think will be his ultimate ceiling, is to have him play with a 3-level scorer. And that's the only way you can unlock Bam, is if you play with a true 3-level scorer who can score at all 3 facets of the game. When you play with Jimmy, everybody knows Jimmy's going to the basket. That's cut off. When you play with Lowry, you know it's going to be a pop, a shot. So it's really predictable how Bam's offensive game is going to go. So you need to get a true 3-level scorer to see Bam's ultimate max potential.
Yeah, and I want to see more Tyler. I just want to add,
hold on. I got to get to all these damn donos, bro.
Oh,
thank you, Just Tab, for the $1.99 dono. He said Vicky's happy right now.
I doubt it.
I don't know why. Because that still ain't finna play. Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $2 dono. He said Duncan has one job. Like, come on, man. Thank you, Jason Adeboale, for the $9.99 dono. I don't know why you brought up Duncan, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't even think about Duncan. I didn't even think about Duncan throughout the course.
Him and Kevin Herter were having a mid-off the entire game.
Bro,
I didn't.
Duncan can't play defense without fouling, dog. It's really bad now.
Man,
it's like
terrible.
It is what it is.
Thank you, Jason Adeboale, for the $9.99 dono. He said, I don't know, man. Bam or the staff got to catch some smoke for the lack of Bam offensive development. Look at what Toronto has done with Precious. Why? He said, if he was still on the Heat, he would still not be shooting. Look, bro, we saw that Bam can. Well, he had a season where he could shoot. He just can't do it now for some reason. Thank you, Terrence, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said Bam is a monster and doesn't realize it. When Bam shoots over 12 to 15 shots, he scores above 20 every time. It's just him. It's all mental. Sad as fuck, to be honest. It is sad, bro, because like we've been harping on. The reason that everybody's so pissed off with Bam is because we've seen what he's capable of being, and we also see what he is. So the limitless potential is only going to be maximized by his desire to want to reach that. If he's cool with what he is right now, bro, then that's what he'll always be. Kendall, you wanted to jump back in there right quick?
Yeah, man. Like, I just don't understand. Bam, like what, 25, 24? Like, Bam don't play enough to me. That's like a beef that I have with Spo. Like, he doesn't play enough. Like,
he played 35 minutes tonight.
He needs to be playing 38 plus.
He got to be playing 38, bro. 38, if we really want to see the team be, you feel me, be like what, like its ultimate top tier, like I think Bam is gonna have to play 38 minutes, 38 to 40 minutes. Like, just because at least for me, I don't believe in those marginal players at the bottom. Like, we see the role players falling off a little bit. Like, if Tyler didn't play as well as he did, I mean, it would have been ugly for the bench.
No, for sure. Ramakan, you want to see Bam play more minutes?
Yeah, I think give him like 5 more minutes. You know, like you said, give him around that 40-minute mark. And I think when Jimmy Butler's on the bench and you have everybody else on the bench, have Tyler Hero and him run 2-man games all fucking day.
But Jimmy Butler played 41 minutes. Like, if you look, we talking about how much like that combination isn't maximized. Like Jimmy and Bam, like they have a hard time playing with each other. But we're talking about playing Bam more minutes. That's playing more of them together. Like, right? Like,
but the sample size that we have between Jimmy and Bam's chemistry, I think we have enough. That shit is just not it. But what we do need to see more of is more freaking Tyler and Bam. Whether Jimmy's minutes need to come down just a little bit and maybe just let Tyler and Bam work on that PNR, that high PNR game just a little bit more. Dog, if y'all pay attention, I promise you, the first thing Tyler Hero does when he gets into the game, they run a pick and roll with Bam.
He throws the lob to Bam.
And he throws the lob to Bam that's his first read when he comes into the game every single time. And it's money. And everybody knows it's coming. Dog, I'm telling you, they just need the harp. They need to get that chemistry down.
So Kendall, he's talking about playing more minutes for Bam and taking minutes away from Jimmy. But Jimmy has been a better player in this series, hasn't he?
That's a fact.
No, absolutely. But I do think
Bam playing like shit, bro.
No, for sure. Bam has played horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like especially the first 2 games, I thought at least through 3 quarters he played fine to me. Like he was A-okay. Like he had a good game through 3 quarters, but it was that 4th quarter. But I just feel like, and as well as the offense, you know, like we play very like team-centric ball movement. And I think it's cool. Like it gets you through the regular season. But now I think, well, not against the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? This is get right. You know, you just want to see everybody get right because I personally don't think that the Hawks are a threat. And I thought they was a threat. Shout out to my mans over here. But over there, or here, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so it's like I just am disappointed because like after, you know, the little 4-game losing streak and the blow up, you kind of saw Jimmy take a step back. Like, and you kind of saw more Bam and Tyler like taking a step forward. So I thought that was going to continue, but like I'm not seeing that against the Atlanta Hawks. And if Jimmy Jimmy went crazy shooting in that game too. He don't do that, we lose. Like, and so you can easily say like it's a 2-1 Atlanta series, but you know what I'm saying? We got saved once by Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's not, I'm telling you, like, did he have the shooting sleeve on tonight?
I don't know. He
I
shot 1
don't
for 5, so he couldn't have had it on.
We're gonna say that he didn't. But yeah, man, like 1 for 5, fuck it. I'll say it. The shot broken again.
I'm gonna be real. I'm all I'm seeing in the comments is Bam slander. Bam, 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 bam. That's all I'm seeing. Had he not got hurt, dog, Kyle Lowry need to catch some strays, dog.
No, for sure. That's why I wanted to go next, bro, because I wanted to talk about Kyle Lowry because Kyle Lowry was fucking bad. So I mean, his injury sucks. You know what I mean? Because we weren't able to get any decent point guard play from Gabe Vincent behind him, and so we just had bad overall point guard play tonight. But Kyle Lowry's injury does hurt this team. Let's talk about Kyle Lowry. It's a hamstring thing, if that's being reported, if that's accurate. A hamstring means he's not playing in the next game. Like,
or the next week.
How does losing Kyle Lowry impact what Miami tries to does offensively against the Hawks? We're gonna start with Kendall this time.
You said how does it affect us offensively?
Yeah, like what is Miami gonna do without Kyle Lowry?
I'm not running with the whole like Gabe Vincent thing not to start. Like, I'd rather Gabe just stay in that backup role, and it's time for 14 to hit the starting lineup. Like, if you got to revert back to the 1920 season where Jimmy was running like, you know, point guard, then fuck it, do it. Like, I just believe in, like, let's not try to marginalize like our upgrades. Like, if we that's a key ass piece like that we're gonna be missing. Like, if Kyle Lowry's not playing, so put your best piece in there and just fucking go. Like I said, and that leans into the minutes thing. Like, Tyler only played 33 minutes. Yes, he doesn't start, but fuck it. Like, some way, somehow you can get them in there both for almost 38, 39, 40 minutes a game. So that's what you do, because like, you don't know how long a hamstring injury is gonna linger, and like, call it what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Philly jokes and them shits be funny, but them boys is playing ball over there. Like, they kind of changing the way they play too. So it's like, you got to explore and you got to find out who the fuck you are, and like, you know, find yourself and just try different things, because it's the Hawks. So it's like, I think we have a great margin for error, like, to try different things. So I would like to see Tyler like in the starting lineup. I wouldn't want him to run point guard. I think Jimmy will be the better option at that. And see what type of results you'll get from off that.
I think I disagree. I don't want to start Tyler. I think I would start Gabe. That's what I feel like they've done all season. You start Gabe, and he doesn't have like an extremely long leash. They're not going to be relying on Gabe. I think you can still do some of the Jimmy running the offense type shit and have Gabe play off ball. But I think you start Gabe just for the defensive purposes of guarding Trey, because you don't want to have Max and Tyler out there on defense, and he got two people out there that he can pick off for a little while. Like, I just don't see that being the move. But that's just me. Thank you, Leo the Line, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said that boy Bam said he was going to be a pillar like Wade. Wade at his age was playing like MJ in the finals. LOL. They're not the same type of player, bro. They're different breeds. Threat. What do you see Miami doing without Lowry?
Everybody knows my stance on this, and I've been harping it on it all season. I'm not a Gabe Vincent fan. I know a lot of people here love Gabe Vincent. I'm just not big on Gabe at all. The reason why the Kyle Lowry injury is so significant is because of the drop-off. Off of Kyle Lowry. I mean, Kyle Lowry wasn't doing anything special in his whole playoffs. I mean, the first game he had 10 points. He had 10 points. Second game he had 9 points, shot 25% from the field, and he even had a string of 3 straight possessions where he turned the ball over. Tonight he started off 2 for 6. He had a terrible shooting game as well. So it's not like Kyle Lowry is doing anything significant. It's just the drop-off after Kyle Lowry, and that's been what I've been harping on all year. It's the drop-off once Gabe Vincent is in the game. And I know you guys are rooting for Gabe Vincent because of the story and where he's came from, and he has taken leaps and bounds. But I just feel like, honestly, Depot is a better player, but not for this offensive scheme. It's a weird situation. It's just really weird. Do I agree that Tyler should be in the starting lineup? I definitely think so. I think Tyler needs to start. We're gonna take a hit somewhere. I mean, unless we sacrifice something else, we're gonna take a hit.
Tyler, you talk about starting Tyler. That means you're bringing Depot off the bench in this series.
Yeah, we have. I feel like Depot should be playing, and we just figure it out.
I think it's the same way. If you start Gabe, then you have to bring another ball handler off the bench for Tyler, and Depot's the guy anyway. So I just rather like play Depot with Tyler, as opposed. They do kind of take up each other's space a little bit, but I just don't see it defensively with Tyler starting. I think I cut you off in the middle of your point, so you can finish if you have something to say.
Oh no, I ain't really have much to say. I just that's pretty much it, man. I just feel like
Thank you, Richard Mink, for the $4.99 dono. He said Spo needs to realize Vincent ain't CP3. Duncan is just a walking corpse. I think he should have reverted to Depot instead of them when Kyle got injured. A lot of people
in the middle of game 3, bro. Like,
no, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's. Thank you, Issa
Man went to CP3. He didn't even say he didn't even say TJ McConnell. Like
man, like he's not even talking about Patrick Beverly. Like that's
he dropped to top tier.
Like why are you comparing Gabe Vincent to CP3? That's not what the thing. Thank you, my boy Issa Quay, for the $5 Russian dollars. I don't want to start Tyler too. Wait, what? That must be the language barrier, Issa Quay. I don't want to start Tyler. I don't want to start Tyler either. I'd rather start Gabe and give Depot some minutes, and I'm sure we'd be unbeatable at rebounding with Morris playing.
Which Morris?
Okay, so listen.
Hey, must be 2 on.
Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $5 dono. It is 1 on.
Nah, it must be a third because I ain't know neither one of them to be rebounders.
Hey, they must be standing on each other's shoulders or something. I don't know.
Fuck you
talking about. For the $5 dono, he said Tyler start Depot and Vincent backcourt off the bench fixes the thing with Depot needing the ball on offense to be great effective. I don't think that the emphasis should be on Depot being effective. Like, I don't think Depot should be a consideration when we're playing the Atlanta Hawks. That is my one thing, but I wanted to get to Jonathan Ramakan. Ramakan, I want to hear your thoughts on what we should do if Kyle Lowry is like when Kyle Lowry inevitably misses games during this playoff series.
I think Gabe Vincent is a good one. Gabe Vincent with a short leash is what you want to do because you're able to do multiple things defensively, and that's what you wanted to do. In the first 3 minutes of this game, Coach Spoelstra threw 3 different defenders. They threw Lowry, they threw Jimmy, and they threw PJ at Trae Young. So with having, Gabe Vincent as that point of attack defender, the Heat will have the option to kind of play him one-on-one or have him somebody else shade off and double and do the other things. If you have Tyler Hero alone, Tyler Hero, Max Strus in that backcourt, it's going to be a little tougher because you're going to have to help a little bit more. And we saw tonight the Hawks passing was just a little bit better than where the help defense was able to get back. And they were able to make the passes to kind of get to the shots that were open when the Heat were double teaming. So I think that kind of opens things up. When you don't have Bam on the backcourt, it's harder for them to kind of recover. So I think keep Gabe Vincent out there with a little short leash. He's the second best lob thrower on this team. He can get Bam going in the pick and roll as well. I think he has the potential to have an impact on this game. And I think you still have the ability to play Tyler Hero 38 minutes and have him be effective. So, you have multiple options. Gabe Vincent is one. And then if that doesn't work, you kind of run multiple, point guard offense with Jimmy, Bam, and Hero kind of each running kind of little bit hub offense. And then you have it kind of a team thing. And then you have Gabe Vincent out there. So a couple different options you have available to you. But I think starting Gabe with a short leash is probably the better one.
Yeah, I think Marcus Hunter hit the nail on the head though when he's talking about Martin and Hero. I think we kind of summarily dismissed Caleb Martin and started putting Victor Oladipo in this conversation. Caleb Martin is going to suck up a lot of those minutes because he can guard trade threat. Get your shit off, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one last thing on Gabe Vincent. When Gabe Vincent comes into the game, a lot of people like to say like we get the pick and roll going and all this, that, and third. It's because when Gabe Vincent is in the game, we're running actual plays and sets. he's not looking to score when he has the ball. He's actually looking to pass every time we're in the pick and roll because they're running real plays. So that's the only reason why he unlocks Bam a little bit on the screens, on the rolls to the basket, and some shooters get open. It's because we're actually running sets because he can't really create a bucket for himself.
But is that like to his detriment or to his credit though, bro? Because we got Jimmy Butler in there, bitch. We start running sets all together. Offense go to a fucking grinding halt. Bam don't get involved at all. Like at least Gabe Vincent trying to get somebody involved. Like that's the shit that I appreciate, bro. He ain't limited skill set wise, whatever. I agree with that 1,000%. But at least the man knows his limitations and he passed the fucking ball. Like Jimmy he's the one that's getting to me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because he's stalling the fucking offense.
Let's talk about it.
Like, bro, I'm trying to be calm and remain one game at a time and shit, bro. But the shit is irritated, bro, because we've been talking about the shit all season, and now, like, the shit lost us a playoff game to the fucking Hawks. Like, and that's just real.
I just want to see some. I just want everybody to put a 1 in the chat. If y'all knew that the Jimmy Butler fadeaway to the right side of the court was coming for the last shot, just put the 1s in the chat. Just put the 1. That's all I want to see is if you knew that last type of shot was coming. Just put the 1s in the chat, please, for me. That's it.
For sure. We want to thank our man Jason Adebawale for the $4.99 donor, and we appreciate the love that the man showed us in the comment. He said, I ain't do this yet, but I appreciate y'all for holding it down all season. We appreciate you too, K, bro. You've been with us all season long, bro. And you don't know every show. He said, always rooting for y'all, man. All love. For sure. Unidentified celebrity review. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. For the $4.99 donor, he said, did someone say bump? Listen, we talked about your boy earlier. 14 minutes, 1 for 4. That ain't gonna cut it, my guy. Thank you, Daniel Rutledge, for the $1.99.
Who talked about him?
Who, Duncan? Barely. We gave him a look. We gave him as much shine as he finna get tonight.
Oh, yeah, I must have missed that. That must have been, I don't know.
Fly by, you know what I mean? That way. Yeah. Daniel Rutledge, thank you for the $1.99 donor. He said, hot take, play Vic at the point guard. No. I don't want to see Vic and that boy on the court at the same time. Jimmy Butler. Jason Adebawale, thank you for the $4.99 donor. He said the Hawks gonna have Kevin Huerter and Bogdanovich on depot. That's food. Yeah.
Based on what?
That's what I'm saying. Like
that boy Quad is off the bone. Like I get y'all wanting to see him play, you know, if we got this Lowry injury, but let's not just assume that Victor Oladipo explosive.
Them ones going ham in the chat.
That's all I see is one.
We even got one from the executive floor.
We did?
Lord. I don't know who on the account, but either the executive floor done dropped the one.
Yeah, like somebody, we got the management team coming out here. But no, let's get into it a little bit there. Fuck it, bro, because this loss is pretty disappointing because a lot of people had this info. The Hawks are objectively probably the worst team in the playoffs. Miami, if they have championship aspirations, have to go through a much tougher road to get to the finals. That boy still putting up ones out here because everybody knew what the fuck was coming. Jimmy Butler was like not great tonight, bro, but I felt like he was forcing shit because he wasn't getting nothing from the person who's supposed to help him at Bam Adebayo. What's the most disappointing, bro? Like, is it that this shit that we're seeing now that lost us this game tonight, one game in particular, is the same way that we lost so many games in the regular season? Or is it the fact that in the playoffs, we're expecting another level from some guys that we're not getting, bro? Like, so is the way that we losing games being the same or not seeing guys jump to the next level in the playoffs? Which one of those is more disappointing? Ramadan, we're going to start with you this time, bro.
I like that question.
It's disappointing that it's happening in the playoffs again because you'd expect him to learn from those mistakes, right? You'd expect him to learn that's not the shot you want to go to at the end of the game, especially when you're just down 1. Okay, you need a 3-point shot. Fuck it. Take that shot. Kobe, like Kendall said, right? You just do it, right? But when you're down just 1 point and you have the opportunity to take it to the rim and fuck it, you miss a free throw, at least you tied the game. But take it to the rim. You have enough time. It's not like 0.7 or 0.4 where you just need to catch and shoot. Like, take it to the rim. 4 seconds is enough time to catch, make a move or two, or make a move and have a counter and then take your shot. Like, you have enough time to make a play. And it's enough time to make a move. And if a double comes right away, immediately react, pass it out like you did to PJ Tucker with 53 seconds to go and have him make that shot. Like, this is a team built on team-based offense. Like, why isolate everything in that last possession?
Yeah, Threat, let's come to you, bro. Like which one of these is more disappointing, bro? Look, the way like we're losing games or not learning from our regular season mistakes in terms of this, or the fact that players that we expect to step up aren't stepping up in the playoffs.
I'm gonna be real. It's the latter. It's the guys not stepping up who are supposed to be stepping up. I mean, we've been harping on it on the post game show all year that this was gonna unfold in the playoffs, so it's not surprising. We've been bracing ourselves. But for me personally, I need to see the elevation out of Tyler Hero, the elevation out of Bam Adebayo, especially Tyler Hero. He had a decent game today. But when I'm watching guys like Tyrese Maxey, when I'm watching guys like Jordan Poole, I'm like, damn, dog, like, where's this jump that we're expecting Tyler to have? Because he showed it all year. So why is he not showing it on the biggest stage right now? And granted, today's game was his best game of the season. But like Kendall's alluding to right now, it definitely seems to be levels. But I'm still expecting to see a jump in game from Bam and Jimmy. And I mean not Bam and Jimmy, but Bam and Hero. Those are the only two. That's the only thing I care about. Because if they can elevate their games, then obviously we're gonna have a deep finals, a deep run. But if they're playing like this, I mean, I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. So I mean, Jimmy in the late game offense is what it is. We know what's gonna happen. We've seen this story over and over again. I mean, it is what it is. But Tyler has been great this season. We want to see that next playoff Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Bam has been great this season. We want to see an unlocked offensive potential Bam. So those two for me are my biggest issues with the team.
This is my thing, because you made very great points that I want to get to, but we getting some of that cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, provolone going on, so we got to talk about that. Thank you, HM, for the $5 dono in the place of my guy Gad. I hope you're having a good night. He said Jimmy shouldn't shoot 5 fucking threes. That should have been the end of your comment, and that would have been $5 well spent, my guy. He said in the game, unless he makes his first 2, Bam is fine, but he has to be better than fine, or we go home next round. Salute. Always, G. Appreciate that. Hold on. Before we do that, before I forget, I want to kind of not counter, but I want to acknowledge 2 things that Thread was talking about right there. When he was talking about us as fans, like us talking about this shit all year and bracing ourselves for the performance that we saw tonight, we were bracing ourselves for this to happen in the second or third round, not in the first round against the Hawks. So I don't care how much we were bracing ourselves. If we get into a real series with the Hawks, that's going to be kind of disappointing in my eyes. I forgot the second point already, so let me read some of this money and let it come back to me. Thank you, Carlos Sebastian, for the $4.99 dono. He said, just don't want Gabe out there with the game on the line. He turns the ball over too much. I don't think that's like a typical Gabe trend. I think that was something that just happened tonight. Gabe is usually pretty solid with the ball. Like he just had a bad game. Thank you, Jason Adeboale, again, my boy, for the $1.99 dono. He said, I seen Hero play the Magic. He ain't scored 40. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 dono. He said, Bam playing soft, averaging 10 points with no Clint. And Clint is coming back now. Like, they said that. Like, Clint might be on his way. But my boy Darius Jordan out here with the Big Bread. Thank you for the $30 dono, King. He said, it's always Heat in 5. I expect a blow put. And put another PJ Masterclass on Trey and Peppers on Tuesday. I'm with it, bro. Like I said, bro, it can't be Heat in 5 if you don't lose one. So, like, I ain't stressing the game too much. You know what I mean? But, I mean, some of the shit that we saw tonight,
that's a big one right here.
I'm gonna stress that bitch next round. Thank you, James Time, for the $10 dono. He said, yo, can y'all explain to me why we kept cheating off of Bogdanovich when this man was literally on a heater in the fourth? I didn't understand the logic there. Look, what happened was the Atlanta Hawks adjusted to us blitzing Trae Young. That's what they did. They started blitzing Trae Young, and they put Bogdanovich on the strong side in that corner so that they knew where the help was coming from, and they put Bam essentially in no man's land because they knew he was the help defender. So when Bam was trying to cheat, the help on that kind of corner 3 up top, then they just threw the ball. They did a skip pass right to Bogdanovich in the corner. He kept lighting that bitch up. But he was hitting something from the top of the key and all. Thank you, Carlos Lopez, for the $10 dono. He said, you can't win a chip with offense this bad in the fourth. I have anxiety attack every time we trail late. We don't have enough scoring when it gets tough. It's only going to get worse every round. I disagree with parts of that. I think we do have enough scoring when things get tough. I think we just have to play to our strengths when in those situations. We have to move the ball. We don't have any isolation scores that we can keep going to. If we don't move the ball, when our offense dies and reverts to Jimmy Butler ISO situations, that's when shit get rougher. If we move the ball late in games, we'll be fine. Thank you, Carlos Sebastian, for the $9.99. Don't know. He said in heat in 5. Okay. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Art man, I don't really know.
Those are peas, bro.
He pushing P. Kendall, go ahead and read this. I'm running out of spit and shit, bro.
Thanks to Artman for the 125 P's.
Pussy dollar.
We'll take it. Still expect the Heat to win, but if it goes 6, we done next round. Yeah, whatever. Back to
but no, I want to throw you the question that we was asking everybody before we hit that slew of money. What's more disappointing? Is it that we're seeing reoccurring trends from the regular season in terms of late game execution, or is it the players not being able to step up kind of when we really need them to in this playoffs?
I mean, that's kind of a trick question for me. Because we ain't got one of them ones. That's kind of been stamped and official for me. Like, I don't think we got one of them ones. So I'm gonna go with the late game offense then. Because the fact that I don't believe in just the individual talent on our team, like standalone players to actually elevate their game, like. Throw it one up if you want. Yeah, throw them ones up and then throw them likes up as well.
No, for sure. If you leave a one, then leave a like on it, and then make sure you subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports Network. But go ahead, Kendall.
Or, yeah, because I don't believe in the individual talent. Like, it's like, I can't really get at them for like not elevating their game. Like, I think Bam and Tyler definitely need to play better. At least play up to their motherfucking Hey, boy, you better be safe on that public transit, boy.
Especially in Atlanta.
Hey, tell me now. So I definitely expect them to play better. And that should need to happen these next 2 games because, just like everybody been saying, if they don't see them making it past the next round, which I couldn't agree with more, as well as Issa Quay's comment down there. Why? You know what I'm saying? Just like Jadakiss said in Charlie Hamilton, I think, why? Oh, why? Y'all got to do us like that? Try to make it my way. But I end up on it. Y'all don't know about that. Yeah, but I have a problem with turn me up. I have a problem with the late game offense. It's like, it's a major fucking problem if Spo is calling plays different from what we seeing. And the result is still Jimmy getting up in the middle of chemistry class, going to the garbage can and letting one fire and missing that bit and then looking around like, damn, like, bro. And I kind of find it hard to believe that Spo is just saying, here you go, Jimmy, do it. Like, so that's the problem for me. Like, I'm at the point now, like, I don't even want the fucking ball in his hands. Like, no. Because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I feel like an idiot if I was to see the ball get in Jimmy's hands and expect him to do something else at this point.
I said this earlier. I said this months ago, and I'm gonna say it again. We are the only playoff team where at the end of the game, the last shot or the last 30 seconds, we're scared to have the ball in our best player's hands. It's crazy when you really sit down
the best player for that situation.
Which Jimmy Butler's supposed to be the best player on the team, right?
Well, he is, but
he is the best player on the team.
I personally feel like,
is he the best player in that situation?
He's not. He's
not. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's the best player for that situation.
Exactly, but we're the only team where the ball is not in our best player's hands. I mean, the ball is in our best player's hands, and we're all like, damn, like we know the shot not going in. Like how can you feel confident, dog?
That's a problem.
So Lex Boogie, like that's what I'm saying. Like Lex,
that's a fact.
I think for sure he did score 45 points, but like we appreciate. So I don't want you to think we bash you, but it's kind of like, like we said, he had one of those moments. That does not mean that he's one of those ones. Like just because he can score 45 points in a game does not mean that we should expect that from him. Like that's not what Jimmy Butler's going to do. Like so in a game like this, we could have used 45 apparently. but he couldn't give us that. Like, that's just not. I don't know, bro. Like,
he even said in an interview before the playoffs started, he's not the same Jimmy Butler from the bubble who has to score all those points. He's a more complete player, and he doesn't want to have to score all those points. He said that before the playoffs started. So, I mean, if we're relying on Jimmy Butler to score 30 a night, that's crazy.
Yeah, thank you, Ralph Torres, for the
27.
Yeah, I think 21 to 22 points from Jimmy is about what we're going to get, and we're going to get some good basketball plays throughout the course of a game. That's what you should expect from Jimmy Butler. Thank you, Ralph Torres, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said Duncan went from Billy from White Man Can't Jump to Ollie from Hoosiers after he got paid. That's a crazy reference right there, Ralph Torres, and I don't think too many people going to understand it. Somebody for the $5 don't know. Appreciate you, my boy. He said UD needs to beat up Butler if he takes another fadeaway three in closing moments. Tired of this trash from bad three-point shooters. Spo needs to stop this. But the problem is that Jimmy has games where he's making that, like the other night, and then we all on his nuts. So you know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. You can't, look at the man to make it one night and then not do it the other way. Let's pay some of these bills before we get up out of here. We almost hit the hour mark. Kendall, pay aggressive insurance, bro.
If you have any insurance needs, you need to go to aggressive insurance. See the number right here, 954-581-8800. Go to Miss Lynette, and she will take care of all your insurance needs and claims. She is a lovely sponsor here on the post-game show, and we appreciate her. So how about y'all show appreciation as well? And y'all hit Miss Lynette up, and then she going to hook it up.
For sure. Great way to pay the bills. Ramakan, pay Prize Picks.
So if you want to make sure that you're getting the best chance in daily fantasy, make sure you go to prizepicks.com, use the code 5, double your deposit, and whenever you do that, right, all it is, it's super easy. You don't have to bet the actual game. If you know ball, all you got to say is, hey, is Jimmy Butler going to score more than 25 points? You say yes. Is Bam Adebayo going to score less than 16 points? You say yes. You just kind of, you feel your way around. You see what things are going to happen, what things are not going to happen. You bet your overs, you bet your unders. If you could put 3 or 4 of them together, you'll double or even quadruple your money depending on the bet you put. So it's an easy way to play fantasy. Make sure you go to prizepicks.com and use the 5 Reasons promo code.
My man. Hey, Threat, bro. Teach these boys how to keep them balls together. Play Manscaped for me, my boy.
Hey, I'm going to keep it real. Y'all boys just going to have to get on Manscaped, get on the website. I'm trying to read. I'm doing this on the fly. Click a whole lot of stuff. You see the Lawnmower 4.0. You know what I'm saying? You check out. I'm sure they got a code. It might be 5RSN or something related along those lines. Just use it. Hey, I ain't going to lie. I don't know what that Manscaped bill be looking like when they paying me. So I ain't got too much rap for Manscaped. So y'all boys go ahead and your balls are thank you. I know that much.
Yo, we definitely gonna clip that one and send it to Manscaped. Look, y'all. Give us more money, man. We got a few more donos before. Right. We got a few more donos up here, Ramakan. I think I missed all them bitches.
I gotta get to it too.
I'm trying to go back to see
we missed donos. Oh man.
Yeah. Listen, y'all boy be going off on a tangent and I don't be cutting y'all ass off, but don't worry, I'm gonna start. Oh no, we read this one already. Thank you, somebody again. Oh, my boy Isakwe. There we go. Isakwe Vitor for the 5 Rastafarian dollars. He said, honestly, Hero has been the 6th man of the year. That's what we all know. The 2 players that let us down tonight were Bam and Lowry. Don't care about Duncan. No, I'm with you, bro. I don't care about Duncan either. Bam let me down a lot. Lowry has been disappointing for a large part of the season in terms of his scoring, but I think we appreciate what Lowry does when we don't have him. Like, just having that steady hand in there, that shit kind of helps us out a little bit when Jimmy going off the rails or Bam going off the rails, turn the ball over. Thank you, JP, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said we should not underestimate the Hawks, especially if Capella returns. They have deep playoff experience and slaughtered the 76ers last year. Listen to yourself, JP. You're comparing the Miami Heat to the Philadelphia 76ers of last year, the most fraudulent 1 seed of all time, next to the Atlanta Hawks. You see what we're doing here? We're talking about 2.
Not to doubt the Atlanta Hawks. Hey, man. If the Miami Heat are who we think they are, we should be doubting we shouldn't even be taking them serious at this point.
Hey, what Uncle Phil said? We.
Listen, listen, bro.
We.
Issaquah, you've been here long enough to know that I don't give a fuck what you tell me it is. I'm going to tell you what it is every time you give it to me. But oh boy, you want to tell me not to doubt the Hawks? Well, we're finna show you exactly how we feel about the Hawks because we about to pick game 4. So, Ramakan, the boy feeling good?
Man, I'm gonna be there. The Heat are gonna fucking destroy the Hawks. They're gonna demoralize that fucking audience. They're gonna go home. They're gonna go on their Hawks faces and cry and talk about how they still got hope and all this bullshit. The Heat are gonna win. They're gonna have to overcome a tough challenge without Kyle Lowry. Granted, that's gonna be tough, but I think we have enough options, especially against a Hawks team. That's pretty much a 1.5 guy offense when Bogdanović gets going in the second half. I think we have enough to win, and I think if we come out with a better game plan, and if we don't continue to, like you guys are saying, help off Bogey and help off the good shooters on the strong side, I think we can get this win. I think we're gonna fucking get this done.
No, for sure. Like, I think what it was, like, we held Trae Young and Bogdanović down for most of the goddamn game. They just kind of shook loose at the end of the fourth quarter.
Which happens. It's basketball. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Happen, players get hot. Like, it's gonna happen.
That's what the fuck happened. Threat, the boy feeling good?
Oh, I'm on mute. Okay, yeah, the boy feeling amazing. I think we beat the Hawks in 5. I'm not worried. I do think we get a special performance from either Bam, Tyler, or Oladipo.
Ooh, Oladipo. Hey, man.
Dude picked 33% of the active playing roster.
Taking risk out here.
Right, I'm saying. Oh, you jumped off. You really jumped off a ledge.
I'm gonna throw this shit at the wall. Something gonna stick.
Hey, something gonna stick around this bitch. You hear me?
Lowry gonna score. Jimmy gonna score. Tyler gonna score. Bam gonna score. It's all right.
Talking about?
Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Hey man, you already know what it is. Your boy is vibing, straight chilling, man. I don't know what the fuck that my man's was talking about taking the Hawks seriously. I don't. Fuck them boys. They finna get their head busted off just like I thought they would tonight. They didn't, but fuck them. They ain't nothing but pigeons. They ain't really about that. That team is shitty as hell. And you know, the Heat are good enough to just find ways to win the games against them. So it's like, fuck them. Like, we gonna win and we gonna blow that shit out.
Fuck is you talking about? That's what I'm talking about, Kendall. He about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about, bitch? Like, the Hawks gave us everything. They threw the kitchen sink at us tonight at the end of that fourth quarter. They came out with a 1-point win. Like, if Miami had to stop playing with their food after Kyle Lowry went out, we would have blew their ass out this game. So I think this was the one loss. Miami needed a little wake up. The first 2 games were a bit too easy. Miami needed to wake up a little bit. This loss should wake them up. Now we should see Miami fully locked in for the rest of this series. I don't expect anything else. I don't expect Atlanta Hawks to pick up another game. It shouldn't be close for the rest of the series. We're going to fuck these hoes up, and then we're going to go ahead and wait for Philly ass in the next round, and we'll see what type of playoffs.
They're going to be waiting for us.
Right. Oh, well, sure. They're going to be waiting for us because they're going to sweep Toronto ass. But once they get over there, they still got to come to the crib either way. We're going to get over there, see what they talking about. Then our playoffs really going to start.
This next game, like, just real quick, like, don't count Toronto, especially if Joel's not healthy. Like, I don't count Toronto just stealing a game or 2, not winning the series. But if Joel really isn't healthy and he's going to try to play through it, 1, that could fuck him up even worse long term with his hand. But 2, like, I just don't discount them winning a game in Toronto, emotions running high. Like, they can still win at home. I don't doubt them getting 1 and then losing at 5. Like, you know,
you're a better man than me.
Yeah, like, I
agree with Ramakan.
I see the vision, you know what I mean? I see the vision.
Yeah, me too.
I ain't there, bro. I haven't seen anything that
not after what happened last game.
Right. I don't see nothing that's gonna make this series feel like it's gonna be competitive to me. But we'll see y'all last next time. When next game? Sunday?
Sunday, yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see y'all last on Sunday. So thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining us, making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my man Jonathan Ramakan, Gad, joining us from the studio, and of course my 2 fellow Kangs joining me down here, my boy Threat and my man Kendall. We'll see y'all last next time. Play the video, Jonathan.
Jimmy buckets, clutch time.
Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo, oh! That's right, you better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.